Sue! Happy Monday, bruv. What are you saying?
Great, bruv. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm all good. I'm all good. Not as probably not as good as you are today. Obviously,
bruv, I'm great, fam. You know the ones. Ollie's getting sacked tomorrow morning. You get me? I'm just chilling, fam.
Yeah, there's a report doing the rounds saying that they're having a meeting and that, innit? Saying
Bruv,
he could be gone. I'm still not convinced. Fam. I'm still not convinced yet.
He's gone, fam. He's gone. You get me? Is what it is, bro. Tick tack. Tick tack, bruv. He's gone, fam.
Tick tock. Tick tock.
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
Mate, it's obviously like you did the watch along yesterday, bruv. You had me in stitches. Statman, bruv. He looked mortified, didn't it? It was just like,
listen, yeah, it's one of them ones where like Statman, I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because really, most of his life, Man United have been shit. You know, like that. But that's not my relationship with the football club, innit? So, bruv, I was over this shit ages ago. You know, like that. Like his standards for the club and my standards for the club are not the same, innit? I grew up in the 90s, blood, when we was just slapping everyone. So to me, this shit was unacceptable for the last, from 2 years ago, I was saying Ollie out. Like a lot of people were like, oh, give him time, this, that, and the other, bro. Nah, less of that. You know
that's the thing. That's exactly the same with our lot. It's like I hold the club accountable for a number of things. One, smashing a stadium down. But I also hold them up here because since I've been born or since I've been into football when I was like 6 or whatever, we won at Anfield 89. And it's like since then we've had a long line with trophies. I've seen us win 17 trophies. Yeah, that's without all the finals we've lost. You know, so it's like pretty much my whole lifetime Arsenal have been decent. But then obviously the last back end under Wenger, even though we've got a few FA Cups on the table in that time and that, it's like, no, the people that weren't born in my era, which isn't their fault, by the way, but the people that weren't born in that era can only grow up on what they've witnessed. And that's why the kind of off key.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm by no means like blaming them because it's not their fault, innit? But at the same time, do your due diligence, bruv, because obviously, Manchester United was successful when I was growing up, but even if they weren't, they had a history of success before. So, do you know what I mean? If you know anything about your football club, you should still be holding them to a certain standard. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, the success wasn't that long ago to the point that you don't remember it, bro. Like, obviously, you were young, but you was alive when it happened. Like, do you know what I mean? So, it's one of them ones where it's a bit of a weird one, bro. To be fair, do you know what I mean? Because even if you were born in like the early 2000s, you've still seen enough success from this football club, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? You saw us win the Champions League and the league in 2008. Like, even if you weren't alive, do you know what I mean? Even if you were young, but even if you were 8 years old, like when I was 8, I remember shit that happened. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember shit that happened when I was 8. Do you know what I mean? It's young, but it ain't too young to know that your club's got something about them. Do you know what I mean? So for man to still be asking Ollie for autographs and that, man, fuck your autograph, man.
Oh, bro, I couldn't believe I see that, man. And then the PR puppet at your football club, which is Gary Neville, is all retweeting it out here and saying how great. It's like, you have just been pammed 5-0, 5-0. And you've got the audacity to go outside and sign autographs. Like, not only that, the people that were asking, sorry, mate, raise the bar. How can you just see your team get spanked 5-0 and then you're waiting for the managers to come out so you can get him to sign your top?
No, but bro, like it says more about him that he actually went and signed them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, like, bro, he should have left out a different door, blood, and just never be seen in it. Like, the whole thing's embarrassing. Obviously, there weren't that many people that waited, but like, I see Sky Sports. It's funny how people hate fan cams. Sky Sports had cameras and microphones outside the game asking people about Ollie and that. All of a sudden, they were coming out saying, "Oh, like we're not gonna turn on him, but yeah, I mean, maybe he's not the right guy and all this bullshit." But fuck off, mate. Do you know
this is what I don't get. Like, people that sit there and actively say, "Well, we're not going to force him out, and we don't want to turn." Why? It's your football club. It ain't his.
Bro, unconditional love, yeah, is for your children. And that's it. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Everyone else is this, everyone and everything else, yeah, is dispensable, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. And I ain't got kids, so I don't know that feeling yet. You know them ones there? Bro, at the end of bro, I swear down, bro, everything's got its price, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where it is. Unconditional love, bro. Like, that's where it is. I don't have it for a football club, and I don't have it for a manager. You know them ones. There's something that someone can do to me to just piss me off, and I'll be like, fuck you, innit? Like I said, bruv, if they gave Southgate the job after Ollie, I ain't supporting them no more. Like, legit, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean, bruv? It's conditional, fam. There's conditions. Do you know what I mean? Like, I entered into this relationship with a football club, yeah, assuming they were going to carry themselves a certain way, blood. And as soon as they stop doing that, bruv, if I want a divorce, I want a fucking divorce. You know, like that. If man went from fucking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Southgate, I'm done, fam. Is man mad? I want a divorce. I said it. You know, like that. So this unconditional love for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what has he done? Get out of here, bro.
That's what I don't get. I don't understand why people are so attached to disposable employees of a football club. Like, yeah, cool, have your favourites. Everyone's got a favourite player. You've got Neymar on the back wall, like on your green screen, yeah? You know, everyone's got favourite players across the world and at their football 100%. Team and that, right? But if it was a choice of the player getting the boot out of your football club or the manager getting the boot out of your football club and then your club going on to be better, you'd bin the player or the manager immediately. But now this new generation seem to attach themselves to footballers over the club. And they like, I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
You know what kills me about the Gary Neville thing? Gary Neville, bro, he needs a slap, bro.
Somebody out in the chat, yeah, there's 1,000 people watching this already, yeah. Put some of the quotes in the chat.
Bro, you know the worst thing about Gary Neville? You know that bullshit about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Man said 21 years ago when that, bro, Gary's sharp. You know, like that, because it's like, you're talking about Solskjaer the player. No one cares. This isn't about Solskjaer the player. This is about Solskjaer the manager that's inept, bro. So why are you talking about, oh, he won us the champ? No, he didn't win us the Champions League, bruv. Do you know what I mean? The manager won us the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Like, the goal might have come off his fucking toenail, yeah, but he didn't win us the Champions League, bro. You know what I mean? The team won us the Champions League. The manager did collectively, bro. Like, no one player won us the Champions League. He might have scored the winning goal, but Beckham put the cross in. You know, like that. So what's this bullshit? No one player didn't win no Champions League, bro. So what man is saying, because of that one goal, that all of a sudden man can't question nothing, bro. Are you fucking skunk?
It's funny, on that tweet that you put that out on, yeah, some of the comments were hilarious. One of them was going, we'll give it to Sir Bobby for scoring the winner in 68. Give it to Jesse Lingard for scoring the FA Cup final winner.
But this is what I mean. Like, this brother said Origi won it for Liverpool. Yeah, but if Trent never took the quick corner, Origi don't score, bro.
And this is the thing as well. Origi didn't win it. He didn't play on his own against 11 men.
Well, did he pass it to himself?
He scored the winning goal, granted. But that was a team effort. Who scored the semi-final? Who scored in the quarterfinals? Who scored in the game before that in the round of 16?
When Roy Keane sacrificed himself here to get the club through, took the yellow card. Do you know what I mean? York and Cole as well, brother. In I think the quarterfinals, or was it the quarterfinals against Inter, or was it the semi-final? I can't even fucking remember now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who would you rather have, Zidane or Conte?
Conte.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Conte's quality.
Conte against Juve. Was that the San Siro, I swear? Wasn't it? When York and Cole done the step over thing. Oh, Inter was the quarterfinals. Okay.
For anyone who's
Juve was the game that Roy Keane got booked, and
that was the semi. Yeah, that was the semi.
I missed the final. The quarterfinals, York and Cole was was York and Cole, bro. Mad thing. Do you know what I mean?
Anyone who's joined late, make sure you slap the likes up. RANTS' YouTube channel's in the title, so click on that and subscribe. His Twitch channel's in the description, so make sure you go and check that out as well. The link for that's there. But this is what Gary Neville's tweeted. If you had said to me 22 years ago that United fans would be turning on me for supporting a guy who has won us the Champions League, I would have said no way, but it's 2021, folks. and the audacity of this guy, you know, seriously, mate. Like I said this the other day, like when he first got the job at Sky Sports, I was like, you're a breath of fresh air. You've come in. It's different to what we've been used to hearing, you know, and it was decent to listen to him for 2-3 years. Yeah. After he got his foot in the door properly. Yeah. And he got comfortable there and he was the big wig and getting all the adulation and that guy's changed, man, massively. Yeah. Massively. And now.
Yeah, but bro, like, I wouldn't say that Gary Neville's changed, bro. Gary Neville's always shown himself, bro. He's always been a hypocrite. So, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, literally, like, why am I pretending? Gary Neville's the same brother that came out doing this fucking knight in shining armor bullshit about the Super League when Sky were trying to charge us, what, £15 a game?
Yeah, for Burnley versus Southampton.
Well, there you go. Gary Neville can go fuck himself, bro. Like, bro, there's receipts on Gary Neville. You know, like that. Man sacking managers for his team and then saying he's not going to talk about sacking managers in the Premier League. Bro, fuck off Gary Neville, innit? Like, bro, like, honestly, anyone that believes anything that Gary Neville says, he's full of shit, bro. He's a self-serving arsehole, innit? And it's one of them ones where he'll say anything to protect himself. He doesn't care about Man United like that, because if he did, he would want Ollie sacked, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because these guys say, oh yeah, I'm Man United football fans. No, you're not. You stop being a fan, yeah, as soon as you have ulterior motives, bro.
100%. That's what I was saying.
As soon as you have ulterior motives, you stop being a fan. It's just like, for instance, yeah, if you're a footballer and you grow up supporting, and like, say you grow up supporting Chelsea and then you sign for Man United, you ain't a Chelsea fan no more, blood. Like, you're not, because you could say you're a Chelsea fan because you grew up a Chelsea fan, bro. But if you're playing for Man United, you don't want Chelsea to beat Man United. You're thinking about yourself. Do you know what I mean? And now Gary Neville works for Sky and Ollie's his mate. He's thinking about his fucking mate, bro. He's not thinking about the football club. He's not a fan no more. He doesn't pay to go and watch games, bro. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't buy merchandise. He's not a fan no more.
That's what I say all the time. It's like these journalists that want to sit there and take the mick and like there's a few within our fan base that just don't like the whole YouTube thing, but they all do it themselves. They don't like people like me, yeah. And they say that we profit off of negativity and all this crap, yeah. Right. Well, you get into the games for free, mate. So how about shut your mouth? Yeah. Because I've paid a fortune to travel around the world to watch my club over the years. Yeah. And if I added all the money up I've probably spent watching Arsenal, I could have bought a house. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then you've got players like Gary Neville, or ex-players like Gary Neville. Once their mate is in a job at the club, the same with Arteta. So there'll be ex-players around Arsenal that will suck off Arteta now because they're hoping that they can keep the fans on side, they can keep the club in the back pocket and maybe get a little job through the club. Yeah, and they try and do a balancing act. Yeah, the problem Gary Neville's found is that he's pissed off a lot of fans now because he's gone too far with it and he's not balanced it properly, man. Yeah. Because it's all well and good wanting to back your mate, of course, yeah. But at the end of the day, you are Manchester United Football Club and you were one of the players that played in one of the best fucking teams this country's ever seen. Yeah. And you're backing this guy over the good and great of the football club whilst pissing off all the people that adored you back in the day. Yeah. And that's where he's not found that balance. Whereas, like, and the thing is,
Gary Neville, yeah, you know what it is with a lot of these class 92 guys, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They're so used to the fans literally just adoring them and hanging on to every word. They've been getting away with fuckeries for years. You know what I mean? They've been chatting shit and people just overlook it because of who they are and what they've done in the fairy tale. But bruv, the fairy tale's worn off. People are fucking fed up now. Do you know what I mean? So Gary Neville's so used to saying what he wants, yeah, and getting no backlash, and now he's getting cooked online. And long may it continue. I just beg all you lot, yeah, don't fucking forget. Because you see, when the good times come back to Old Trafford, yeah, when we get a new manager and we start winning trophies again, don't forget what this pussy always saying, bruv. Because then he'll be out there singing and trying to join in, bruv. You tell him to go fuck himself, bro, because man need to not forget these things. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Gary Neville, like literally, like Simon Jordan said, Gary Neville speaks for himself. He doesn't speak for Manchester United Football Club. He's not part of the club in any way, shape, or form, and he doesn't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? He speaks for himself. Always speaks for himself. Don't ever think that it's the voice of the fans, bro. When you hear any of these guys are getting paid by Sky, it ain't the voice of the fans, blood. It's the voice of them, innit? They're not football fans no more. They don't have the same experience as us. Like these men could pick up the phone and phone someone inside the football club and all these other things, bro. They can't say what they really think because they don't want to upset their mates. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't be impartial when you have relationships. You can't, innit? Which means they ain't fans like we're fans, bro. Everything they say, yeah, you have to take with a pinch of salt.
Fact, look at Rio yesterday. Rio beefing on Twitter with people. Gary Neville beefing on Twitter with people. Why is it these two that are beefing with people? Yeah, why ain't Roy Keane out here beefing with anyone? Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, the thing is with Roy Keane ain't been on TV for a minute, to be fair, to Roy Keane, innit? And rightly so, because I don't know, Roy Keane would have cooked some people yesterday if he wouldn't have been there like Gary Neville, yeah, making excuses. He wouldn't have been in there making excuses for Ollie. That's probably why they didn't invite Roy Keane, because Roy Keane would have thrown Ollie under the bus. Because Roy Keane's been saying already, you know what I mean? Yo, Ollie's got to win something now. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why they probably didn't invite him. Man had Jermaine Defoe in there instead. Yeah,
I thought that was weird. I can't lie. Like, it speaks a lot of sense, Jermaine Defoe, but I just thought that was weird to have him in there on that game.
Just because of Tottenham West Ham, but no one cares about that. They could have brought someone else in to even it up because they had Souness and Carragher. So they could have brought someone else in to kind of balance out the Liverpool thing, but they didn't. You know,
yeah,
that's
weird.
what I mean. These things are orchestrated because Roy Keane would have cooked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer something rotten. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picked the exact identical 11 that were 2-0 down to fucking Atalanta a few days before. And then he had the cheek to come out after the Atalanta game and say that he didn't think we played badly in the first half. I told you, man, that was a red flag straight away.
Yep. And then Scholesy sitting there and literally fucking arguing with Rio and everything Scholes said. I don't really like listening to Scholes, if I'm honest. Yeah. But I think everything he said in that 2-minute clip, he nailed it. You play like that against Man City or Liverpool, you'll be 3 or 4 down at half time. Yeah, enjoy a win, great, but we ain't gonna win if we play like that on Sunday. Yeah, he was right. And the thing is, like, you've got Rio Ferdinand sitting there arguing with him. Yeah, but Paul, what? Yeah, I'm not even a Man United fan, and these ex-players wind me up, bruv. Like, it's mad. Like, it's only our 2 clubs that you see this crap. Like, I see Peter Schmeichel sat on BT Sport the other week, like all over.
He's the biggest pagan, bro.
Yeah, man. And it's like, I don't see this happen with Chelsea or Man City. Yeah, maybe Man City ain't got any legends. I don't know. I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way, for all the Man City fans that are going to cry.
They do have legends. Their legends are guys that they signed after 2008. Not even. Their legends are fucking Bernardo
Aguero and
them ones. Not even Bernardo Silva, the other Silva blood. You know the ones there. Their legends are still playing. David Silva. I mean, Vincent Kompany, bro.
But I never see this happen with Chelsea. I never see any ex-Chelsea player sitting in a studio, whether they're mates with the manager or not. And even under Lampard, I don't think I really remember hearing the likes of Joe Cole and players like that really sucking off Lampard, you know? So I genuinely do not understand why it is only our 2 clubs that do this. And it seems like it's been premeditated because
but the Chelsea thing's different, bro. The Chelsea thing's different because Chelsea, like, if you look at Man United might as well put the Man United games on the History Channel, innit? Because that's Man United, innit? Like, they're just all about that, innit? It's just all the sentiment FC, bruv. That's what it's about, man. Do you know what I mean? With Chelsea, it's not about that. They want to talk about the past because nothing happened. You know, like that. So Chelsea fans are very much in the present, bruv. Man United fans are living off the past, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Almost seems to me, though,
like still think Ferguson's in charge, bruv, and they want another manager to take over for 20 years and that. These men are full of shit, bro. Like, this is not even funny. If you look in the modern game, the most successful teams right now are changing managers every 2 to 3 seasons. But these men are always looking for a long-term appointment. There's no such thing as a long-term appointment. If you get a manager that stays for 4 years, like a Klopp or a Pep, you done fucking well. That means they're winning stuff. Yeah. If they're not, you fuck them off. Yeah. But how hard is it? How hard is it? Like, players don't get 20-year contracts, so why should he give on to a fucking manager? Doesn't make sense.
And this is the thing, right? It's like both of our clubs are very, very, very fucking similar, mate. Very similar. Both had longest serving managers. Both retired after 20 odd years in the job. Both left an army of fucking divs supporting them. Yeah, that will just slag off any other manager that comes in that will fucking win, like Jose, for example. Nobody wanted him. Yeah, he won you your last trophy. That was 4 years ago, man. And you've fucking dealt with this fucking manager, yeah, for 3 years, winning fuck all, and they seem to accept that. And it's like, well, hang on, you didn't want Jose. Cool, I understand why you didn't want him. Yeah, because the guy was finished compared to what he was before that at Chelsea and that. Yeah, finished in that respect in serial winning terms. But he still won you 2 trophies. But everyone wanted him out, which I kind of get. Cool. But then how can you then sit there when you really wanted that guy out and then back this guy? It makes no fucking sense, mate. Yeah. And they're in love with a fairy tale. Both of our clubs, they live in this fantasy world. And this is why I think there's a little bit of premeditated conspiracy going on, right? Because why is it always Arsenal and Man United legends, yeah, on BT Sport and Sky Sports? Why is it always the same fucking journalists in the press conferences every week, yeah, doing the PR? Why is it always the same fucking ex-players that are the ones doing the PR online? Like, it's always the same faces. I don't want to fucking hear Gary Neville talking about football. Yeah, I don't want to hear Martin Keown talking about football. And do you know why? Because both of them said they will never publicly criticize the club. Yeah, why the fuck are you on TV then? Yeah, because if they've just been battered and you're not going to criticize that club, yeah, why are you there? You've just been smashed 5-0, the biggest loss in your fucking history against Liverpool. It's mad.
Bro, they're there to pick up their check, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just all it is, isn't it? And as soon as you understand that, you know, just not even to respect anything that comes out of these man's mouth, bro. They're paid actors. That's what they are. They're acting, because from the moment you can't say what you want to say, bro, you're acting, bro. Like, bro, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. That's why I don't care what none of these men are saying, bro. Like, who cares, innit? Like, man, mates, these men are talking about fucking WhatsApp groups and we're mates and I love you and all that, bro. We don't care about that. Real football fans don't care about that. The real football fans know, yeah, that, bro, Frank Lampard was an actual legend. Do you know what I mean? At Chelsea, he got sacked. They got to 2 cup finals and won a trophy.
And sits top of the table.
Bro,
after signing.
Bro, who's asking for Lampard now? What, do you man want Lampard back? No, yeah. I bet there's not a single fucking Chelsea fan right now that wants Lampard back.
But all he's done is sign 2 players since he's been there. And one of them's on loan.
There you go.
And now they're top of the table, slapping up everyone. Best defense, well, Liverpool have got the most goals scored now after yesterday, but they're second, I think. But it's like, you just got to look at it and think, that comes down to a number of things with Chelsea. Firstly, their owner wants to win, yeah, which is something we don't have at our football clubs, right? So if the owner doesn't want to win, then the fans have to want to win, because then the fans apply pressure to the owner to want to fucking win, yeah? And both of our clubs don't do it. They do it here and there, and then when it's really ready to do it, they don't do it. There was still fans sat there in the 95th minute yesterday clapping. And I'm like, why are you still fucking there in the first place? As soon as that came up with 4 minutes or 5 minutes, I would have been bouncing.
And I said 4 or 5 minutes. Bruv, as soon as it turned to 5-0, bruv, man should have been out, bruv. Turnstiles, bruv.
Mass walkouts.
But listen, the only way to get man's attention is by doing things like that. It's the only way.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the only way, innit? And that's what I mean. That's why I don't take these men seriously. These men say what they want online, yeah, but bruv, they get one new signing and then they forget about the owners. And then as soon as things goes wrong, they're citing the owners as the problem, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it don't make no sense.
Sounds like you just summed up Arsenal fans. Yeah, bro, get the owners out. But we're not going to protest because we just signed Martin Odegaard. Then when we lose 3 games in a row, Kroenke out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's Kroenke's fault because Kroenke's picking the team, innit?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He's doing the tactics and all that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, bro. Like fucking Avram Glazer or whatever. He's the guy picking the fucking team, innit? Like after we got battered by Atalanta and got away with it, yeah. Avram Glazer then picked the same team again to play Liverpool. Man, drop me out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you know what's funny? When Conte comes in and wins a trophy, then what? LVG won a trophy. Mourinho won a couple trophies. So these men are showing you that you can win trophies with these owners, even though they're shit. Do you know what I mean? So man can't keep using the owners as a fucking excuse when Oli spent 500 million, bro. Is man all right? That don't even make no sense.
Yeah, when you look at
if we had owners
squad,
like Liverpool,
decent,
bro, Liverpool's is worse, bro. Liverpool have to sell to buy and they've still won more than us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Man are complaining about owners. Liverpool technically have worse owners than us. They
Yeah,
spend less money.
Liverpool's owners in terms of money spent and putting like money in, yeah. But taking money out, I think your lot have taken fucking £2 billion, mate.
Our managers have taken loads of money out, but
you've still got the potential to win there because you've proven
but bro,
you can do
you
it.
know what it is, Lee? You know why I don't care about the money taken out thing, yeah? Because a lot of men talk about the money taken out and that, like they own the football club. You never own the club. Like, it's not your club. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's you support the club, but it's not your club. It's a business. You know them ones. If you take equity out of a house, it don't matter. You still own the house, blood. Like, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? As long as you can service the debt that's on the house, it doesn't matter. Like, why are you concerned about what man are taking out of the club, bro? You don't own it. Like, my thing is, the only thing I worry about is what these men are spending on day-to-day running of the club and what they're spending on transfers. These men wouldn't give a fuck about how much these men were taking out the club, if we were winning games every week and we were spending the money that we're spending on the right players. They wouldn't care, bro. That's just another excuse. It's just like these men are talking about, we don't want the Saudis at Newcastle. Bruv, you're just jealous, fam. Because if they came into your fucking club, you wouldn't have banners up about human rights, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You'd have your fucking sandals on me. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro, like Lee, I just don't give a shit, bro. These men are so inconsistent with all.
Bro, has anyone cried about Beckham?
Out the club?
Has anyone cried about Bex? Bex has done the deal to be the face of the Qatari World Cup. Is anyone talking about human rights now? No, bro, of course they ain't. It's Beckham and they fancy him.
Bro. Lee, they're full of shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If the Glazers took every single penny out of the football club, it don't make no difference to the average match-going fan, bro. The building's still going to be there. Your tickets are still going to be the same price. Nothing changes to you, bruv. Why are you watching next man's pockets for? Do you know what I mean? Are we winning football matches or not? That's all that matters. All the other political shit actually has nothing to do with the average match-going fan. And furthermore, the average match-going fan doesn't even have the IQ anywhere near the level that it takes to even understand how property and finance works, bro. Most of these men ain't even got GCSEs, bro. So when they're talking about the Glazers taking money out of the club, you don't know anything about business, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? You probably don't even know how to fill out a tax return. Shut up.
Mate, most of these people sit there and like I had it yesterday. Yeah, it's like some kid said to me, some while I was streaming, I see the tweet. He was going, you fucking knob. Yeah, Chelsea outspend us all the time. I was like, you absolute waster, bruv. Go and have a look at how much money Chelsea have spent, in the last 6 seasons, and then compare it to us. And then all you get out of these people is, but they had a transfer ban. Yeah, it was for fucking 1 summer.
And then they blew all that money the following summer. They
exactly.
250 mil or something.
Yeah, and it's like, but this is how thick the average football fan is, right? They sit there and look on paper, Lukaku 100 mil. Yeah. Oh, that's a disgrace. I can't believe they've done 100 mil. We can't compete with that. Yeah. Now have a look how much fucking they got back in by selling all the dross or all their kids. Yeah. They got 5 mil for Victor Moses, bro. I didn't even know he still played for them lot. 5 mil. They brought him for 13 9 years ago. Like, how are you getting 5 mil for him? Yeah. I think what's his name? Bakayoko. I didn't even know he was still on their books. And they've had about 10 million quid in loan fees out of him, and then they flogged him for 20 mil. So they've only lost 10 mil on him in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. And this is how people don't get it. It's like, yes, they go and drop big money on one player, but they've got a production line of kids coming through there that are all at Vitesse Arnhem or other teams in Europe and across the world, right? That they'll sell off for 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 6 million. Then when they get a gem like Tamori, they'll get 30 mil for him. Yeah. That now covers it. And it's like, people need to understand how it works, because sitting there looking at just a £100 million transfer on one player, cool. I understand that's a big amount of money for one player. But when their net spend, which technically isn't a thing for transfers, it's our overall company net spend. But when you look at it on players, they were minus about 30 mil. They made about 30 mil profit. And all they did was sign Lukaku and Sal Niguez. And they just got rid of a load of kids with all options to buy them back. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, football, the average football fan is a fucking idiot, mate. Like, genuinely. Like,
Yeah, but Lee, but this is why, yeah, it's like I only listen to valid arguments, bro, because most of these men are arguing about things that they don't understand, innit? And it's long, bruv. Like, you don't argue with fucking idiots, bruv. Like, that's just what it is. Like, someone put in the comments saying, oh, yeah, but it's about the stability of Man United Football Club. Bruv, they've got one of the most stable fucking share prices that you'll ever see on planet Earth, bro. Like, Manchester United are fine. You know what I'm saying? Man, talk about stability of Man United, bro. Like, the Glazers, I think they bought the club for like, I want to say between 400 and 600 million or something like that. Yeah, the thing's worth.
It was about 550, 580, something like that.
The thing's worth $4 billion now. And it's going up every single year. The club's stable. Even if the Glazers took 300 million out of the club, it doesn't matter. The thing's worth 4 billion, bruv. Do you understand where we're going with this? This don't make no sense. 4 billion. So worst case scenario, they sell it and the debt's cleared. Worst case, bro. Like, what's going to happen? What, money stops existing and no one can afford the club anymore? Someone will take it. It's Man United. That's why you invest in property and shit like that, because someone will always fucking want a house. Someone will always want to own Manchester United with a global fan base of 1.1 billion. Imagine nobody wanting that football club. The club's calm. Do you know what I'm saying? So to say the stability of the, come on, bro. The club's very stable. Do you know what I mean? There's no chance of anything happening to Man United. Man United ain't going to go into liquidation, bro. As soon as there was noise that Arsenal might be up for sale, all these fucking billionaires coming out of nowhere, bro. It'll be the same in Man United.
No, it's true. And the thing with us, right? People need to understand, number one, how business works, right? And number two, yeah, how a football club works. Yeah, because like I see people sit there, like the argument our lot have, yeah, is, yeah, but Stan Kroenke's not put a penny of his own money in. Well, why fucking should he?
Bruv, nobody puts their own money in businesses if they don't have to.
See,
if you take over a self-sustaining business, it's not about putting your own money into it, yeah. It's using the money that's available to you, yeah, in the best possible way, so you don't have to spend your money. Like nobody
and
takes
to boost
over
the revenue even higher.
Bro, imagine taking over a thriving business and thinking you have to put your own money in. What was the point of me fucking taking it over then if I have to spend my own money? I might as well have got a business that wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Put my own money in it, flipped it, I'll make more money. Don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? Why should he put his own money in it? Like that don't make no sense. It's already working.
This is what I don't get. It's like,
why would I put my own money in it?
If you've got a self-sustaining business model, right, which is what Arsenal fans wanted when we moved to this stadium, by the way, but now they've realized that the Russian money and the oil money and all of that is now where it's at. So now they want to cry like babies that Stan should put his money in. Right, number one, Stan Kroenke has not been at this club, yeah, for the whole time we've been at that Emirates, which is a myth that people seem to think is true, that he's been here since the Emirates. He ain't. He got here in 2007, the year after we moved to the Emirates. Yeah. So that's a lie. When we moved to the Emirates and he bought into the shares and got shares at the club, he had less than 10%, I think. It was about, maybe it was 10.8 actually. It's either 9.8 or 10.8 shares percentage, yeah? Which is fuck all. You can't do nothing with that. Yeah. It was only in 2011, I think it was, where he ended up becoming 30 odd percent. Yeah. And it was only recently he bought the whole fucking club. So when people want to sit there, and if you look at when he actually brought the whole club, yeah, and all the shares, since then we've supposed to spent the most money in Europe. So it's like when people want to sit there and start chatting shit about our owners, yeah, it's just because fucking it's popular to do it online. It'll get you loads of traction. It looks good if you turn up to a protest. Yeah,
I don't mind them talking about the owners, yeah, but talk about shit that you know about, innit? Instead of just regurgitating the same bollocks that you see online all the time. It's boring now. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely fucking boring now. There's clubs with worse owners than mine for sure that are winning shit. So
like Liverpool.
We'll see exactly. What's the bruv? If
Chelsea are self-sufficient.
Liverpool only signed Conte last season. Do you know what I mean? And all of Liverpool's like the good transfer windows have come off the back of selling their best player. Like the last time Manchester United sold their best player was when they sold Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. Other than that, I don't remember Man United ever being pressured to sell their best player. Even when we sold David Beckham, he wasn't our best player. And we got peace for him anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was calm. And then when we sold Cristiano Ronaldo, we sold it on some bullshit. Like we bought fucking Valencia and that, bro. Like man need to stop their crap. And we still won trophies after that, bro. Like why am I chatting shit for, bro?
Big up to everyone watching. There's nearly 2K in the building, man. Smash the likes up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to RANTS' channel. The link is in the title of this video. Blue hyperlink. Click it. It won't take you off the video. It'll take you straight there. And subscribe. And his Twitch channel is in the description. I just want to bring up this comment. Big up to Marv, man, one of the members of the channel. Conte spent a fortune on a gigantic Rams stadium. Bro, he didn't need to build a stadium for us, though, because the stadium was there. We just built it. And this is the thing. It's like, you know, when our income year on year has gone up, I think last year it was £500 million income, or the year before it was. Yeah, and it's like £500 million. If your wage bill's half of that, which it pretty much nearly was, 240 mil or whatever, you still got 240 mil. So then when you've got a little contingency fund in case the roof leaks or in case the rats are running around on the grass. Sorry, that's Old Trafford, isn't it? Yeah, and you've got that little pot for miscellaneous and all of that. You've still got money to go and spend. So for me, it's like, you know, people are very dumb at times, and that's not a dig at you, Marv, because I know you ain't, but people want their cake and they want to eat it. I was around and lived in that fucking era as an adult when everyone was saying we don't want the Russian money, we don't need a sugar daddy, we don't need to be this, we do it the classy way, the Arsenal way. Now fast forward, and because we've been shit, it's now the owner's fault. Oof, it's not necessarily the owner's fault. Yeah, he's a big issue, but is it just him? No. Yeah, Wenger lied through his fucking teeth for a decade. Yeah, whilst earning the most money in the planet. Yeah, telling us we can't compete, but he was the highest paid manager in the world. Well, he was competing. You know, selling all of our best players every year. Why? The stadium was £20 million a year. Yeah, we were getting that by Champions League qualifying. So why did we need to sell Van Persie and Nasri and Adebayor and all these players? We didn't, did we? Yeah, it's like our sponsorship deals were going through the roof every year. Our income was getting bigger. And we were spending that minimal amount. That ain't on the fucking owner. I remember putting saying on a stream a couple of weeks back, sorry. Yeah, and it was when we first moved into that stadium. Yeah, the CEO at the time blatantly said, and a quote. The quote was, "We gave Arsene Wenger the go-ahead to spend money. We gave him a budget and he didn't want to spend it. He thought the team was good enough." That was the first season we moved to the Emirates. So if he didn't want to spend the money, who's lying here? Is it Wenger lying? Or is it the club lying? Because for me, I always think like, it's all well and good sitting there crying about the owner. And yeah, ideally, I'd like somebody like a Sheikh Mansour or a Roman Abramovich, of course, yeah? Yeah. You've got to have a look at the players we've brought. Granit Xhaka, Mustafi, they're 70 mil.
But to be fair, yeah, like Wenger brought in some absolute gems for Arsenal. I just think that when everyone else around in the Premier League caught up with his foreign transfer policy and they were outspending him, done at it. That's all it was, bro, because he brought in some absolute ballers, bro. Had you playing some great football, but I don't know, man. The thing is with Arsene Wenger, it's almost like Arsene Wenger's, I would put similar to someone like Bielsa, in a sense that they're the kind of guys, they've got a certain way that they like to play, certain type of player that they like. They don't want to spend a lot of money, and they don't really like to manage egos. They just like to manage you know what I mean? They like to make players great players, but they don't buy world-class players.
Yeah, they don't really want to buy the big ego.
Yeah, they don't want to buy the big egos and that. That's why they prefer to work with young players. You know what I mean? Van Gaal was similar as well. And I just think he's that kind of manager. And I just think that he just overachieved, yeah, with that Arsenal team. And then he couldn't keep up. And then people expected him to kick on and keep doing it. And he couldn't replicate. He didn't want to change. He didn't want to change. Do you know what I mean? And that's just all it was. But he kind of raised the bar for himself, and then he just couldn't sustain it, bro. Like, that's just all it is. Do you know what I mean? Someone said, "Oh, Poch is the same." He might be. But the difference with Pochettino and Arsene Wenger is. Arsene Wenger had his chance at a big club. Poch has now got his chance at a big club. So now we'll see what he does there, innit? But I think Poch will win the league comfortably in France. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I know what you're saying about the Pochettino. The one thing I'd say is Pochettino didn't manage a team in England that he should be winning the title with. So it's a bit different. But you could be right about Poch. If he doesn't win the French league, and he's there for a couple years and doesn't win it, then you could have an argument to say Pochettino's another one. Do you know what I mean? He just has a philosophy. He likes to play with younger players. And I wouldn't disrespect them kind of managers to call them nearly men and stuff like that, because they're very good managers. But that there's a ceiling in it. There's a ceiling for managers like Bielsa, etc., bro.
And that's the thing. They do only have one style of play as well.
LVG did win stuff in his prime. So it's kind of not even really fair to have him in that conversation. But someone like a Bielsa now, like he's an old man. And he's at Leeds United because he wants to be there because he can control things. Do you know what I mean? And that's Wenger, innit? Like, Wenger wants to run Arsenal the way Bielsa's running Leeds and that. Except Arsenal wanted to win trophies and Wenger was cool with...
Wenger was cool chilling.
Finishing in the top 4, bringing through a few men from the academy and that, and trying to unearth the next gem blood so Man City could sign them 3 years later. You know, like that. So... Oh no, that's just kind of how it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm seeing the comment section. Conte's coming. I told man, it's wavy. There we go. You know what I mean? I can go back
look at that. Fabrizio Romano and Antonio Conte is 100% ready. That's another manager we've missed out on then. So who's left?
Right, bro.
Who's left? We're done.
Bro,
we're dead.
No, man, you can go Brighton. Bruv, he's a good manager. Like, I'd take Graham Potter, yeah. Like,
I'd take Potter as well.
I'd take Potter in 2 years, yeah, after Conte's won some trophies, yeah, for the rebuild. Swear down, I would. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's a wavy manager. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like while Man United's best players are in their prime right now, Conte needs to just come in and just fucking scavenge
that's the thing. Somebody like Graham Potter has never managed a massive football club, right?
Yeah.
And
but
he's
he
never
deserves
managed
the opportunity for sure.
What's the biggest name player he's ever managed?
Probably
Danny
Basuma,
Welbeck,
bro.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Basuma now in terms of you're right. Name-wise, Danny Welbeck, you're probably right, my bro.
And that's the thing, like that's the only worry with somebody like Potter is if he came to Arsenal or United would be too big for him. Yeah. Like, can you imagine him trying to manage Ronaldo?
That's why he should go Tottenham first and then do well, and then I'll take him from there.
Step up.
You know the ones there. The Tottenham's the halfway house, blood. You get me?
Man said Ben White. Benjamin Shite. Benjamin Shite.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But no, man, it's mad. Listen, if Conte goes to United, then that's mad. That's mad because you're now in a title race, mate. Yeah, and I believe that. I don't think you'll win it, but you're now in a title race.
I think we're too far behind. How far are we behind?
Let's have a look. You're 8 points. You're level with us, I think.
Yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much. 8 points is too much. 8 points is too much right now. I can't lie, but I reckon we could win the FA Cup and
8 ain't all that far behind, you know. The
reason why I say 8 is far behind, yeah, is because Liverpool and Man City, yeah, they absolutely wallop the smaller teams. You know them was like, you know what I mean? Like they wallop them. So I'm not really sure. I think 8's too far behind now, just with the momentum that Liverpool have got. I think they're still unbeaten this season.
Yeah, they've not lost a game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think. Listen, you won't win it, but I think you'll be there or thereabouts. And I think if Conte comes in, you're guaranteed top 4. Guaranteed top 4. It'd be Chelsea, Liverpool, City, United in any order, apart from United winning it. Yeah, you could come second, you could come 4th. But if you get Conte, that's nailed on top 4, mate. Yeah, he's quality, man. And the squad that you've got there, I said this on your show last night. I'd go with a 3 at the back. I'd put Luke Shaw at centre back. Yeah. And then I'd have Telles at left wing back. Telles is a left wing back. He plays better as a left wing back.
Telles will be the best left wing back in the league, yeah, if we get him playing there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Alonso, I love Alonso. Do you know what I'm saying? I love Alonso. Like, he's one of my favorite players, isn't it? But like outside of my club, he's so good, man. But Tellez' delivery is a joke, bro. And man saw the goal Tellez scored the other day. He strikes the ball well. Like him out wide and Ronaldo in the box, or even Cavani in the box, bruv. Match made in heaven.
I don't know why you don't play him. It's mad. Every time I've seen him play,
Ollie's got his favourites, bro. Like, it's funny now, Ollie's going to get sacked. All these things are like being leaked now. And man are saying that United fans, when they saw Dan James' first 3 games of the season, I mean, United players, they were thinking, what the fuck is going on? Because Ollie's got his favourites and that. Like, they're not feeling him. Not feeling him, bro. He's a bum. Do you know what I'm saying? He's an absolute bum. Dan James is some joke thing. Is Dan James even starting for Leeds, guys?
Yeah, he's not even done fuck all since he's been there. I don't think they've won a game since he's been there. I don't think they've won a game. Leeds have not won a game. Oh, no, they've won 1 game this season. Yeah, let's see who that was against. They've won 1 league game. That was against Watford, yeah? Let's see if Dan James played. He did. Yeah, he played in that game.
Man said they're starting youngsters over Dan James, you know. He's a bench player for Leeds, you know.
The only win they've had, he started left wing against Watford, 1-0 win. That's the only league win all season. They're going down, mate. But he's been found out, isn't he? Like, this is what I say. Like, you come up, it all looks good. As soon as you figure out how to play it against Leeds, they just get piped every week now. Yeah. Happy birthday to Gary as well, man. 33 years young today.
Happy birthday, mate. Do you know what
Happy birthday, buddy. And hopefully you're having a wicked day. Big up to everybody watching as well. Nearly 2K still here, man. Yeah, what would your ideal 11 like with the squad that you've got be? Because like you have got a fucking sick team, man. Like honestly, your midfield, just the bench midfield, would be our first midfield. Like, Van der Beek walks into our team straight away, bro. We can't get a game for you lot.
Yeah, I am finding a way to play Donny Van der Beek, man. It's hard though, isn't it? It's very hard, but he's such a good player, man. Do you know what I'm saying? He's such a good player. It's a hard one though. It's a very hard one. It depends on what formation he's going to play. If he's going to play 2 up front or 3 up front, because the problem with Manchester United now is, yeah, we've got so many wide players, but then we've got 2 proper strikers in Cavani and Ronaldo, and then you can kind of add Mason Greenwood in there if you want, even though he can kind of do both, innit? But then if you play 2 strikers, then what do you do with Jadon Sancho? Do you see what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So that's what I mean. This Man United team's mad imbalanced, but I would find a way. Like for me, like if Sancho doesn't start, it's not Man United's strongest team because he's one of our best players. Like for me, Sancho, Martial, Pogba, and Varane, De Gea, they're non-negotiables. Do you know what I mean? And everyone else, like, you can kind of move them around, innit? I'm definitely playing Luke Shaw left centre back, probably playing Tellez left wing back. I'm definitely dropping Wan-Bissaka. I'll play Dalot. I'll play Lindelof right or Varane. And then in the midfield, it's Pogba and someone. Do you know what I'm saying? It's probably a Pogba-Fred situation. And then up front, I'm probably going with Sancho. I'm going with Sancho, Martial, and Greenwood probably. But then
still no Van der Beek.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's mad, isn't it?
It's what I would play Donny Van der Beek, yeah, in a 3, or I would play Van der Beek and Pogba against certain teams. If I don't need Fred's legs, yeah, against better teams, I wouldn't start him. I'd start Donny ahead of him. Against teams where we're going to monopolize possession, I would use Donny Van der Beek to pick up the ball off the back 3. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'd use him in that role because he's so press resistant. He's good on the ball and he can play on the swivel, innit? Like Fred's legs will be good against like the bigger teams that have better midfielders, innit? It's just like Chelsea. Chelsea don't always have to play Conte. Sometimes they play Jorginho and Kovacic. Sometimes they play Conte and Kovacic. Sometimes they play Conte and Jorginho. It depends on who they're playing against. So, like, when you're playing against low blocks, you don't need to play Conte. You don't. You just play two passes, like, and just tell Conte, yo, relax, rude boy. You get me? I'll play someone that can break lines instead because I don't really need your legs in there. So I think as a manager, you have to know what games to use certain players, innit? Well, Ollie's thing is just McFred and Rashford and Ronaldo, bruv, and Bruno. Like, that's Ollie's thing for every game. Every game is just, the McFred thing. But he's a bum.
You could play 5-3-2. Yeah, and the two up front could be, well, you could play with Donny, Fred, and Pogba as the three.
You could, but then you have to drop Sancho.
But not necessarily, because you could play Cavani and Sancho as strikers. Yeah, but with the ball. Without the ball, Sancho drops to the left or the right and drops back in.
Yeah,
and then he's got the overlap
ball, Sancho could just still play in the 10. Sancho could play in the 10 anyway. You could definitely play Sancho as a second striker. 100% you could play him as that. But you
could do the same with Martial. You could play Martial up front.
You could play Martial as a centre forward, though. That's the beauty of it, because Martial and Rashford have amazing chemistry. Them two up front in a 2 would score loads of goals. And then you could play Rashford and Greenwood, who also have good enough chemistry. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You could play Ronaldo and Martial, which would work because Martial passes. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could even play Bruno off Ronaldo if you really wanted. Like, even though I wouldn't advise that. But you could even play Cavani and Ronaldo. If you're chasing a game, you could play Cavani and Ronaldo up front with 2 wing backs and just fucking spam crosses until one of them get ahead of it. Like, bro, there's so many different ways that you could attack this Manchester United team. Yeah, I can't fathom how Solskjaer's had nearly 3 years and he hasn't been able to figure. He can't figure out anything other than 4-2-3-1 McFred double pivot. It's fucking jarring, bro. Like, we sat here and I'm speaking about 5-6 different ways that we can play. And the manager's been doing the same thing, bro. It's a joke, fam.
We could come up with 10 different starting 11s between us for 6 different formations. Yeah, and they'd all be better than what you've fucking been doing in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, we've just done that.
I think Conte drops Ronaldo, you know.
I don't know, man. I think he'll drop Scott McTominay 100%.
Nah, but I think he'll drop Ronaldo. Not straight away, but I reckon Ronaldo gets dropped, you know, under Conte.
The thing is,
you know what I'm saying?
Ronaldo's never pressed anyway. He doesn't do fuck all off the ball, yeah? Right? He's just an elite goal-scoring fucking striker. That's all he is, yeah? In terms of output, yeah? I don't think he's that great technically at all. He just blasts everything like you said the other day. Yeah, but his output is ridiculous. Yeah, so you've got to give him props for that. He scores a lot of goals, which wins you games, which wins you trophies.
But you know what it is with Conte? Conte ain't coming in to make friends, blood. Like,
Conte's coming in and putting his rep on the line.
Coming in to win stuff. And bruv, if Conte comes in and Ronaldo's not scoring, he'll drop him. He won't be afraid to. He's not like.
Do you think he'd play Cavani over him? Do you think he'd do that? Because I think if you want to go,
I think he might like Cavani. I think he might like Cavani because I think he'll prefer Cavani because Cavani puts himself about a bit more. The one thing I would say, yeah, it's not even a want necessarily. If he does decide to play, 2 strikers, I feel like if Ronaldo either gets rested or he gets injured or something like that, I genuinely think that between Rashford, Greenwood, and Martial, them 3 players, I think that we find a devastating duo in there, bro. Because
big man, little man, flick on Rashford gone.
Yeah, but not even the big man, little man. You know what it is? Martial coming short to link, Rashford running in behind, or Mason running in behind. Do you know what I'm saying? I genuinely think, that like Martial and Rashford's link up is sick anyway. We've seen it many times. There's many goals. Because they look for each other, they're friends, innit? Like, them man even celebrate each other's goals on fucking Twitter and shit like that. They're friends, innit? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they genuinely like each other. Like, they look for each other. Like, I see Martial, be through on goal and pass it to Rashford. Like, it's like that, innit? And with Mason as well, I feel like because Mason likes to get in behind, I think Martial coming short, Mason getting in behind, it will work. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you see, Cavani, Ronaldo, they're old, innit?
Yeah, Mason's quick as well, and his finishing is pretty fucking relentless, isn't it? So he's got the attributes to get him behind because his movement's decent, his finishing's decent.
Got like a combined age of like 70 or something like that, bro. Like You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, man have to keep it a buck here. Like, if them man get injured or get rested, they might struggle to get back in the team, yeah, if them young G's start firing.
The problem you have with playing Ronaldo and Cavani, either or as a pair, they are quite old. Listen, Ronaldo don't run anyway. Yeah, he literally doesn't. Cavani is probably your best pressing attacker. Yeah, because he's fucking everywhere, right? And he does run his nuts off. But the problem is he is getting old. Can he do that for 90 minutes fucking twice a week or 3 times a week? Probably not. So then you have to find another person.
Cavani can't do it. Ronaldo can't do it. Ronaldo's not a back-to-goal striker, and Cavani's fitness record will not allow us to play with Cavani as a target man like the way he used Lukaku. So man, because of that,
Bruno fit in. He don't.
Bruno doesn't fit in a free at the back system, really. He doesn't really. Play him, do you know what I mean? He will play him. He'll shoehorn him in, but eventually he might play himself out the team because. The thing is, like, if you watch, like, I've watched, obviously, Conte's Chelsea and a bit of Conte's Inter Milan. They didn't play the same. Yeah. I mean, they didn't play the same. For Chelsea, man done the Victor Moses thing with the overlapping and it was lit. And then, obviously, they done the Lukaku Martinez thing. So, I don't know if he's going to opt for the 3 up front or the 2 up front. Do you know what I mean? He does like the 3-4-1-2. But you could play Bruno in that one. But, yeah, you get me. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to play Bruno out wide.
The thing is, if you play Bruno in that one, yeah, Bruno has to be one of the guys that's going to run around, press, get back.
Exactly.
Yeah, he ain't
that's
it.
Ain't like, player, someone said, like, he might play Bruno similarly to like the Mount role. It might be that. He might just be the Mason Mount, the energy guy. Do you know what I'm saying? He might be that.
But is he that kind of player? I don't think he is, man. Like energy-wise,
I think you'll have to be, bro. Like
he'll run around, but he ain't getting stuck in like Mason does.
Nah, he won't. But you know what it is? It depends very much on what Conte wants to do with him. But from what I understand of what Conte likes to do, Conte likes players that are good on the ball, and he likes possession players, innit? And Bruno's not one of them. Like, I don't think Conte is going to stand for man giving the ball away 35 times in a game. Like, Conte is not going to have that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, genuinely, tactical managers, I don't think that they would like a player like that.
What do you think the odds are of him bringing back all of the old guard that are at Inter?
Bringing back who?
Could you imagine if he brought back all the players that he bought from Man United at Inter? I know obviously Lukaku's gone now. I think actually Young's gone as well, isn't it? Is there actually?
Man, he wouldn't bring back Alexis. It's not that deep, but
could you imagine it?
You're a madman. I'm not really trying to
listen,
see
mate.
that
He loves an old player, so Ronaldo might be a shout in the starting 11 every week, you know, because he does like the older ones, doesn't he?
Yeah, but no. But you know what it is? He likes his mobile forwards, innit? So I can see Ronaldo having a similar situation that he had with Sarri, where like they just don't see eye to eye. Like I said it earlier, I think this is Ronaldo's last season. I never thought Ronaldo was going to stay at Man United for 2 years anyway. I think it was a signing that was purely commercial, and I don't see Ronaldo, 37 years old, playing for Manchester United in the Premier League. I fully expect him to leave Man United at the end of the season.
Probably go
and if he doesn't leave at the end of the season, I reckon he goes in January the following season. I don't see him spending 2 full seasons in the Prem. Like, no way, bro. The pace of the Premier League's already too much for him, bro. You can see he's visibly struggling, and he doesn't even run, and he's still struggling. So, do you know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't think so. Ronaldo could play till he's 45, but it won't be in the fucking Premier League, mate.
Yeah, be in the MLS.
Yeah, but, or you'll go back to Portugal. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, he ain't got the legs to play in the Prem, like, week in, week out. He hasn't. Do you know what I mean? You can see it. Do you know what I mean? And that's not even any shade, bro. He's done well at his age to still be in the Premier League. But apart from Ryan Giggs, I can't remember any player that kind of played with pace, that still played in the Premier League at that age, bro. And Ryan Giggs was a lot more intelligent and a lot better technically, bro. Ryan Giggs slotted into that midfield role at Man United and almost reinvented himself and became important again. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jamie Vardy's a good shout. Is Jamie Vardy the same age as CR7? I swear he's younger.
Yeah, I think
Is
he's
he
34. I think he's 34.
Is he
35
yeah,
maybe.
Oh, bigger. Yeah, Milner doesn't rely on pace, bruv. I said that relies on pace, bruv. Jamie Vardy's the only credible one. And Jamie Vardy's something else, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's in Jamie Vardy might not have a fucking 12 pack, yeah, but I tell you what, bruv, he's moving better than Ronaldo. You know, like that.
His acceleration's a joke. Honestly, over 5 yards, he's got to be one of the quickest in the world, mate. Like, it's
Jamie
so
Vardy's
quick.
a fucking menace. Nah, Jamie Vardy's only 33, they're saying. He's gonna be 34. So bruv, Jamie Vardy, I tell you what, yeah. I don't care how many fucking sit-ups this you that bruv, he's electric still now.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Well, yeah, tomorrow's the day.
You have to give Ronaldo credit, man. You have to give Ronaldo credit for still being able to play in the Premier League, but his legs are gone, mate. Vardy turns 35 in Jan. Oh, bruv, good on him. He's only a year younger than Ronaldo, and he looks a lot younger than that.
No, it's true, man. What you got coming up, man?
I got a show tonight with Louis. You know what I'm saying? I got a show with Louis at 10 o'clock tonight. He's gonna talk about Mason Mount's hat trick. You know what I mean? That's it. If he's got anything left in his nuts, bruv. Do you know what I mean? He's had a good week. You know, the man's there. So I don't really know, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna wait for Oli to get sacked. It might. I'm hearing this
might even be tonight
morning. Yeah, but hopefully it happens tonight, though. Do you know what I mean? But I heard
you
it might be tomorrow.
9 o'clock drop. Man United statement.
Yeah, but when did they announce it? It's usually 9 a.m. innit? 9 a.m., 10 a.m. That's when they do that. You know what I mean? So I think I'm hearing it's going to be tomorrow. But I'd love if it's tonight, to be fair, so I can go live again.
Yeah, it'd be mad. It would be mad. And then you can go live again when Conte signs.
Bruv, listen, it's a great time to be alive right now, bro. I think I done like 100K on Twitch yesterday.
Yeah, I see it. 115, something like that. And that's not live either. That's just playback, isn't it?
Yeah, that's playback. That's playback.
That's
not live. Do you know what I mean? And then the mad thing about that is the numbers are still going up because people are still watching it. So I mean, it's more than that now, bro. It's not bad, isn't it?
No, it's true. Man said he ain't going to get sacked. He is.
He is. Bruv, what do you mean? They canceled training, bro. Bruv, there was no training today. Like they told no one to come in. Like apparently only Phil Jones and Varane went in because they're seeing physios. Do you know what I mean? Everyone else, man, just told them not to come in, bro. The place is closed and that, bro. You get me? They called a meeting and everything. Man's done at it. Man said it hurts. It don't hurt me, bro. Like, bro, I'm loving this right now, bro. I've been wanting Oli to get sacked for 2 years. Yesterday was one of the best. I think that might be my favorite stream of all time.
Mate, that was like me when Ozil went. And I popped the bottle of champagne and poured it down the sink.
No, bro, honestly, it might even be. It might be my favorite stream of all time. Now, honestly, I'm so happy, innit? Like, I'm happy that he's gone. And I said it by any means necessary, bro. You know what I mean? Just like the Joker said in The Dark Knight, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes everything's got to burn, fam. Burn everything down, bro. Start again. And that's what it is, bro. It just needs to burn, bruv. Just light it up.
Start again. And that's the thing, like, you're not a million miles away from the top of the table. You're doing it with the best amount of time left to be able to put a charge together. We're
doing it at the right time, bro. If you sack a manager before Christmas, yeah, hey, you give yourself a chance.
Yeah, 100%. The only problem is that you are now going to be a million miles away from us, whereas right now we're drawing on points, which is kind of crazy because only a few weeks ago we were bottom. And that just goes to show how quick you've nosedived. It's mad. It's actually insane. But when you look at the results that he's had over the years, like you lost to, was it Astana? Like, come on, man. Who even are they? Like, it's mad. It's actually mad. But listen, we're going to wrap this up. I'll be back again later as well. We got Leeds United tomorrow in the cup. I expect a comfortable victory in that, if I'm honest. Leeds are just going to put all their eggs into the Premier League survival challenge. I'll be dropping a preview later. It won't be a stream. It'll be an upload. So I'm going to record that a bit later and upload that for 9 o'clock UK time. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you check out RANTS' YouTube channel. The link's in the title, the hyperlink. Click it, subscribe. And the Twitch channel for RANTS is in the description. So make sure
you the
you
Twitch,
go
innit? Like, that's where all my live shows are gonna be. I'm gonna start uploading again on YouTube soon. You know what
there
I'm
you
saying?
go.
But,
And
yeah.
before we go, let me just make sure I missed any super chats real quick, which I did actually. So there we go. Let me quickly read these out. Inga said, thoughts on Ten Hag and Overmars from Ajax. I think they're going to end up at Newcastle, if I'm honest.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're going to end up at Newcastle. I think Mark Overmars is in talks with Newcastle, and apparently he signed a 3-year contract in 2019. And the clause in that contract said as long as he stayed for 3 months of that contract, he could leave. Like if somebody comes in for him, like what a shit contract! Like how the fuck would you agree to that? Like crazy.
Shit.
Which goal did your team concede that made you sit back and say fair play? What a goal, says Nippon. I'd say Rooney. No, it weren't Rooney. Was it? Who was the one with the no fucking the fucking when they took the ball away? Who scored that goal?
Took the ball away?
Yeah, on the Sky advert, they took the fucking ball away. Champions League, and they fucking broke from back to front. Ronaldo.
Okay, yeah, Ronaldo Park. That's Ronaldo's goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that goal, I was just like, fucking hell, what?
Yeah, that was like some 11-second counter attack or some shit like that. Yeah, with Park, Rooney, and Ronaldo.
Yeah, that goal, I was like,
that was a joke. Yeah, we ripped you apart, bro.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, mad. But listen, big up to everyone. Make sure you go and check out Rants's Twitch. He's going to be live at 10 with Louis. The link's in the description. I'll be back at 9 with an upload, and we're out of it. I'll Arteta out.